Welcome everybody. I'm very happy to welcome you here to each one of the hearts that are joining this great call for world peace. We will start by taking our pulse. That is the basis of the technology that we're working with in quantum bioengineering. Our hearts and the beat of our hearts, and putting all our attention, intention, and compassion on the beat of our heart. So align your back, your column, and let's start by connecting from our pulse to the pulse of the earth with its frequency, its vibration, with the heart of the universe, knowing that we are a bridge, a sacred bridge that unites the universe and our planet. Recognizing within ourselves that we are hearts, awakened hearts, that we are hearts that are connected to consciousness. And the first thing that we will do today is a profound connection. Let's allow that surrounding our hearts are all the allies that we have from the frequencies of peace, allies in each one of the realms, allies in the universe, allies in our genetic lineages, in our ancestors. May they come together in this technology of our hearts, all the web of allies that we have. We are here today as a unity, as a community, and we have three great strengths that we must recognize within ourselves, not only individually, but as a group. We are hearts that are awake. We are here to bring hope. We are hearts that are aware. And each one of us has a generator, an internal logo that is pulsating light with each beat, that is pulsating frequency, energy. And we are conscious beings that are able to work with this technology. And besides, we are a great community, a united community with one focus, with one purpose, and we have other beings coming from the visible and invisible realms joining us to bring order. And all that we have with us is very powerful. And we have to be aware that we are able to put order. We are a frequency community, that our frequency is the one that makes results outside. So we're here today to recover hope in everyone that has lost hope, and also to remember that humanity is one single thing. We are one. So let's start by making this call from the depths of our hearts, connecting mainly with three forces within: the geometry of peace, the light frequencies that represent peace, and the sound frequencies that represent peace. Because with each beat, we will be calling those hearts that resonate with the peace message. Let's understand deeply the work that we are going to be doing, and that we have been doing for more than a year and a half, where a group of people have been pulsating for world peace every hour, every day of the week. Let's strengthen that emission today more than ever. where it is necessary to repair the multidimensional fracture that has been created, a vortex, a loop. And all of us here know that we can create a different probability. And that's what we are here for right now. And we're not alone. So therefore, let's start by recognizing from the depths of our heart, what is the frequency of peace? Peace as an original frequency. Peace is not only a lack of war or conflict, much deeper. So let's connect through the pulse of our hearts, to the beat of our hearts. What is that vibrational state of peace? It has nothing to do with an external circumstance or a political agreement. Peace is a living frequency. It's a vibrational pattern that pulsates from the cosmic heart. It creates and co-creates life, universes, life, galaxies, beings. Here we're not here to reduce the noise, but to change the vibration from our own internal frequency. Peace has a frequency, has a code. So let's connect with the code of peace. This code, this frequency of the state of peace cannot be imposed or reached through our minds. It is much deeper. It is a state to which we can access through our intention, a forceful intention. We're not here to try. We're here to do something with that multidimensional fracture. And we know how to connect with peace. We have that capacity through our attention, intention, and compassion to choose this frequency of peace. There is an internal alignment between our heart, our mind, and the subtle realms. When we talk about peace, we're talking about a mother frequency, a matrix, an order of frequency of love. It is the most stable state, more regenerating force that can help communities, the whole planet, and our own souls. So feel the stability that peace gives you. It is a peace that regenerates in our physical bodies. In our bodies, it reflects as a coherence with a quiet happiness. It is that delight, that enjoyment from the inner part when we are at in the planet. It shows as an equilibrium between elements, the cycles that are resonant and coherent. So peace is a starting point, and it's also a coming home point. Each creation that comes from peace contains the codes of life and sustains life. And all creation that comes from fragmentation has that germ of dissolution. Where there is conflict, there is an inclination towards dissolution. As a race, as a species, we are here to generate a reference, a frequency that has to do with life, with stability. We're here today choosing that probability and emitting it from our hearts towards the whole planet. So each one of us can activate the peace as a frequency. We can feel it in the depths of our heart. We can make it resonate it. We can resonate with it through the pulsation of our heart like a laser beam. Each time that our heart beats and emits light, emits geometry, emits sound. It is emitting information. It is emitting frequency. The pulse of our heart is very powerful. Through the pulse of our hearts, we can co-create the physical reality. We can harmonize reality at an emotional and mental level. We can access other dimensions that are higher. We can reorganize our surroundings. The state of peace is not being inactive. It has nothing to do with inactivity. It is an intelligence, a vibrational intelligence that can penetrate everything and reorders everything. We're not imposing on the outside. It is putting order from the inner parts of us, reestablishing equilibrium. So in quantum bioengineering, we have seen it. When a person comes into a state of peace, the environment also resonates with peace. And when that happens, we can access impossibles. Conflict deactivates itself. Density is relieved. And clarity emerges. So this happens because peace corrects the geometry of the collective emotional body. It neutralizes noise at a psychic level, and it reorders it at a frequency level. Peace as a frequency is not fragile, it is very powerful. It is a frequency that as a matrix that gives and sustains life. It is one of the most powerful forces of the universe. In the most elevated planes, peace is the language of stars, of civilizations that don't need control nor war, because they are vibrating in the structure of the energetic integrity. All of us here can remember in our hearts those civilizations that are out of the lines of control and war. Most of us come from these civilizations and we bring those memories with us. That is why we're here together, because we have that information available in our genetics, in our multidimensional genetics. And from there, we can generate a very powerful frequency, not only as individuals, but as a group, as a community, as a sister and brotherhood that we are. So more than ever, we will connect with the heart of the universe from our own hearts. Let's connect with the heart of humanity to remember that peace is not a goal, it's our natural state, it's our own right, it's our own consciousness. This is what we have to remind all the hearts that are right now in humanity. It is not a goal, it is our state, the normal and natural state, in which we can activate at any time, facing whatever circumstance from our hearts, if we so choose, if that is our choice. We know where the choice of fear and war has taken us for centuries, for millennia. Now we can build something different. This pattern of internal peace connected to the heart of the universe corrects alliance through our presence, our Pacific presence. Feel the power of the frequency of peace. We are in a planet where war is not only physical, but a frequential, a digital, a psychological, an energetic war. When we choose to sustain life above all this war, it is one of the most elevated ways of spiritual resistance. It is a frequency that is active and that can be measured, a frequency that is waiting to be recognized, pulsated, sustained, and expanded. We're here to expand it. The one who pulsates life becomes invisible to the attacks. The one who emits peace is invisible to war. The one who emits peace is invisible to conflict. Try through your own history, your personal history, and through the pulse of your heart, connect with a moment in your life where you have been surrounded by war. Could be a family war, a relationship, a conflict, and emit, pulsate peace to that situation. And you will immediately feel how you begin to go into another plane, going out of that war and conflict situation. And if you sustain the frequency of peace, emitting it, sustaining it, you will realize that you are starting to bring that reality back into order, that it stops being a conflict to be a symptom, to become evolution and a new order. All that choose peace are activating protection, are activating restoration. In quantum bioengineering, we have understood that peace has a great value. And that's why we have been pulsating it for more than a year and a half, every hour, every day of the week, through all the hearts that have been committed with peace. It is a medicine. It is a shield for the present and the future times. And we know that peace is an initiatic path, an initiation path. It is an invincible web of conscious beings that sow peace in chaos. It is the old way of the prophets to bring peace and order where there wasn't any. The path of peace is an initiation path of the prophets. So we are here not to say that we want peace, but to decrete that we are peace. I am peace. I pulsate, emit order. I restore earth from the heart. I am peace. I pulsate order. I restore the earth from the heart. I am peace. I pulsate order. I restore the earth from the heart. Through the pulse of our hearts, we connect today. This pulsation for world peace and this solstice as a portal for emission. The solstice is not only an astronomical event, a celestial ritual that opens a portal where the sun gives us codes of order. So we have chosen to change the program for today to perform this offering of peace in this invisible line, the solstice, through the pulse of your heart. Just situate yourself in this portal, threshold of the solstice for the emission of peace for the world as a threshold of revelation, a threshold where light conquers darkness, where the sun reveals what is waiting to be revealed and illuminated. Connect with the great solar disk of universal consciousness, the sun as an archetype of order, of divine order, as a region of frequency in the planetary system where we are located. Let's connect with the pulse and the heart of the sun, a heart that not only emits light, but structure, memory, purpose, orientation. From quantum bioengineering, emitting peace and from the solstice is emitting peace from the source of government of the sun to activate that coherent axis to synchronize with civilizations of peace, to inject solar intelligence in the nodes of chaos that we have in our planet. Allow that from this threshold of the solstice, which are the main nodes of chaos to manifest. Observe where these fissures in the planetary grid are. Where is that fracture in the multidimensional level that is trying to open as a vortex of fear, of chaos, of conflict? Look for them. Allow the sun to show you those fissures, those fractures. Understanding that you are awake, you are in your own axis, vibrating with the sun as an active part of the new order. Recognizing that there's also a solar node, a star within you that is pulsating consciously, and it's a guardian of that same axis, that we are bridges, resonators, restorers of that original. Let the sun guide you. Let the sun pulsate where each beat is an expansive wave that transmits the solar codes through the pulse of our heart towards those features, those fractures at a multidimensional level. And allow, and let's unite with the web of the 144,000. The 144,000 have come up in very ancient texts, and they have been interpreted from different mystical traditions, like a symbolic number. However, from quantum bioengineering, we know that it is a vision, a web that resonates in the same solar frequency, a web of incarnated souls through the earth that have come to sustain that vibration of the earth in moments of chaos and dimensional reordering. So let's start connecting from our hearts to the 144,000, a number that is not literal, but a geometric expression of the solar web of planetary restoration. Connect with this expression, this geometric expression based in fractal geometric of 12 by 12 by 1,000 that represents the unity of 12 solar lineages, the order of the 12 original DNA web, connecting millions through this web, the web of the 144,000. What does it mean to be one of the 144,000? It is a frequency, an internal frequency that is activated when the soul remembers its purpose to anchor peace, to anchor order, to regenerate there where you are situated, being an antenna, a solar antenna, serving consciousness. We are part of the 144,000 as a community, as a sisterhood, brotherhood, an aware sisterhood, brotherhood. Feel the web of the 144,000 that is alive in service to humanity. You are part. You are the source. You are the signal. That's why we are not alone. Let's start acting. Recognize your heart as a luminous antenna, a great antenna of light, of consciousness. Allow it to be activated without limits in this moment, connecting with each other antenna of the web of the 144,000. Transparent, lightful, generates a sphere of light around you, generating vortexes of connection with very high realms. Let's begin to synchronize with the frequencies of peace, consciousness of peace in any dimension, any plane that have overcome war, that have overcome conflict and separation. Let's connect with civilizations that have developed technologies of vibration that harmonize, restore, and that align worlds. Feel how your antenna registers the technology with which you have to emit here and now for world peace. Surely that technology manifests like a feeling, a vision, sensation. Maybe your mind does not understand what it is, but a part of you does recognize it and knows how to use it. When you feel that technology with which your antenna and your heart has connected through superior civilizations that are in the vibration of peace. Let's start by operating, each of us, with that technology that we have received to eliminate those fractures, to remind every heart that peace is our natural state. Let your pulse guide you. Let your heart guide you. Where do you have to go with this technology? And what do you have to do with it? The heart always knows the way. Visualize how from the center of your heart you project that technology within a sphere of light that pulsates. This sphere contains the technology, the life technology that we have received from this superior civilization that have been given by those consciousness that surround you. A technology that is capable of translating this state of peace into real structures by resonance, through resonance. The sphere that contains the technology allows to spin and emit in all directions, displaying it towards every point where it is needed, be it persons, institutions, decisions, oniric planes, times, spaces, communities, toxic portals, restoring the principle of peace as an original structure that creates and sustains life, choosing to go out of conflict. The frequency of peace makes us invisible. Every pulse, every beat expands this wave with this technology through all the planet, looking for areas that are fractured, areas at war, areas that have been forgotten, spaces, time spaces that are a root of those conflicts. We only have to emit. We are invisible. And observe how many other spheres, just like yours, are doing the same thing around the planet. How the universal brotherhood of each community on the planet is working for world peace, for a new octave of evolution. We are part of a universal web of peace. From our hearts, we emit order. We receive, we activate and share technologies of peace. We are at service for balance on earth. From the depths of our hearts, we all remember peace as the origin and the coming back. The frequency of peace is untouchable. We take a deep breath, letting this technology work, just rooting this truth within and the commitment that we have as guardians to guard this internal peace so that we can emit it. This begins in our own internal plane, the relationship with ourselves, the relationship with all sentient beings, the relationship with life and the universe. Today, I choose to be at peace. One single instance of absolute peace is able to erase decades of conflict. Today, we choose peace. We will dedicate the merits of this meditation for the benefit of all sentient beings. May it multiply. May it inspire. May it align. May it empower all guardians of peace. May it open the correct paths. May it reiterate, repeat indefinitely. We are here to make it a reality. We have three great forces. We have consciousness. We have a great generator able to produce bombs of love within. And we have a great sisterhood, brotherhood. Even if we don't know each other, we are a great universal sisterhood, brotherhood. And we know why we are here right now on this planet. Thanks, everybody, for making this unity and a mission possible. Thanks to all that will join us in the future. We reminded that we have an active group of meditation for peace where you can choose an hour a week where you pulsate, emit peace. And starting next week, The group of teachers will also be emitting for peace, and we will have online meetings to work on this joint emission of peace. We wish from the bottom of our hearts that we maintain this internal peace, that we choose peace in every choice during the day, because it's from there that we have to close the doors. So we count with each and every one of you, and we go forward. A great hug, and we will keep sharing, as always, of every step that we take, and we have you in our hearts. Take care, having this awareness that you are valuable. We are all valuable. We are all valuable, and life needs of each one of us a great hug